She was the woman who married into the most famous family on earth, and then vanished. No interviews. No books. No tell-all. No reality television deals. Vanessa Trump simply disappeared. And at 48, she finally faced something that made everything else irrelevant. She was diagnosed with breast cancer. Not for a headline. Not for sympathy. But because a woman who had spent 13 years protecting other people finally had to fight for herself. Let me take you back to a time before the politics. Before the presidency. Before the name Trump meant anything other than buildings and gold. Vanessa Hayden. A model. A regular girl from Philadelphia. Beautiful. Normal ambitions. She met Donald Trump Jr. at a fashion show in 1998. He was charming. Funny. The kind of man who makes you feel like you're the only person in the room. They married in 2005. A massive Trump wedding. The cameras were everywhere. The world watched a beautiful young woman walk into a family that would soon become the most watched family in America. She had 5 children. 5. And she tried to do the one thing nobody in that family knew how to do. Live quietly. But you cannot live quietly in a family that runs on noise. Every morning a new headline. Every evening a new controversy. Every holiday a photo op. Every birthday a statement. Every dinner a potential leak. And Vanessa tried to protect her children from it. She kept them out of the cameras. She refused interviews. She stayed home while the rest of the family was on television. But the machine does not care if you want to be invisible. It will use you anyway. Vanessa filed for divorce in 2018. Quietly. Without drama. Without a press conference. Just papers. Just a decision. A woman who had carried the weight of being invisible for 13 years and decided she would rather be alone than unseen. 5 children. A marriage that started with love. A family that looked perfect from the outside. And inside, a woman who was drowning. She chose herself. Not selfishly. Not cruelly. Like a person who has been holding her breath for 13 years and finally remembered how to exhale. And then, the diagnosis. Breast cancer. Not a political story. Not a Trump story. A human story. About a woman who had already survived the loneliest marriage in America, and now had to survive the most personal fight of her life. And she did it quietly. The way she does everything. No press conferences. No public appeals. No GoFundMe. Just treatment. Just recovery. She fought it the same way she fought the invisibility. Alone. Strong. Without asking anyone to watch. At 48, Vanessa Trump has survived 2 things most people couldn't handle. Walking away from the most famous family in America. And fighting a disease that doesn't care how famous your ex-husband is. And what she revealed through it all was not scandalous. It was simple. That the most famous family in America is also the loneliest. That gold towers and television appearances do not fill the silence at a dinner table where nobody is actually talking to each other. That she tried. That she gave them 5 children and 13 years and every ounce of patience she had. And it was not enough. Because you cannot be enough for a family that doesn't know what enough means. Vanessa lives quietly now. Raises her children away from the noise. Survived cancer without making it content. And at 48, she proved what we all suspected. That the woman who disappeared from the Trump family didn't disappear at all. She just went home. To herself. And maybe that is what people understand too late. That the bravest thing you can do in a family built on spectacle is walk away without performing. And fight your battles without an audience. If this story moved you, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Because there are so many more legends whose real stories deserve to be told, and I'll be bringing them right here.